Today I wanted to talk about modesty bias. So I did a video about the distinction between confidence and arrogance, and today I wanted to talk about modesty bias. What modesty bias is when we are inappropriately modest about ourselves and our capabilities in order to make someone else not feel inferior. And what I notice about some of the people that I work with, which are often heart-centered and highly sensitive people, is that this is often a thing. And what I know for sure is that if that's you, you're holding yourself back. And you're actually not doing anyone any service. It's actually a disservice. And the reason being is because, one, you actually can't control how somebody else is going to feel. If they feel inferior, that has nothing to do with you. If they feel superior, that has nothing to do with you. What you can do, though, is actually step into your power and really own your capabilities. Own your gifts. Because when you do that, you give others permission to do the same. Now, like I said in my video about the difference between confidence and arrogance, so confidence is actually that you actually are capable, that you can do what you say you're going to do. And you're not putting anyone else down. You're not making anyone else feel less than. You're simply stating a fact of what you're capable of. Now, arrogance, on the other hand, that's a whole different thing. Arrogance actually has the intent, and it feels icky. It sounds like you're putting someone else down or you're being put down. There's a very different feeling with it and a very different intent. And often arrogance is trying to convince you that they're capable of doing something or that that person can do what they say they're going to do. It's almost like you're getting a sales job. There's question as to whether or not they really are capable of doing what they say they're going to do. So they would be the opposite of modesty bias. That would be arrogance. So what I'm inviting you to do is notice if you show up with this modesty bias, when in fact you're actually really capable and that you have this amazing gift and that you need to share it with the world. And how you start sharing it with the world is actually telling people who you are and what you can do. And when you do that, now you're being of service, because now you're sharing what you came here to do and what comes easy for you and what you're meant to actually do. So I hope you're really curious about this modesty bias. Call it out in yourself, and if it feels right, call it out in other people, because we don't need it where it's misplaced. The world needs you, and it needs you to show up as your full, powerful self.